Did you know that Boston has the worst traffic in the United States? Not only is this annoying for commuters, slow-moving cars contribute greatly to air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. What can be done to reduce insane traffic and carbon emissions in Boston? Introducing Bullseye. We propose closing down streets in order to reduce congestion and the carbon footprint of private vehicles. We envision different levels of vehicle access zones as a concentric pattern, like a bullseye. Red is for no vehicles, yellow is for buses only, blue is for buses and freight, and green is for all vehicles. Emergency vehicles and vehicles with handicap placards are permitted in all zones.
For example, Boston's Newbury Street, shown here, would be a red zone due to its dense shops and large volume of visitors per day. Important arteries like Massachusetts Avenue and Starrow Drive would still be open to cars. In order to accommodate people with disabilities, we plan to collaborate with Blue Bikes, a local bike sharing company, to offer mobility aids in red zones. As shown on this map, their pre-existing infrastructure will allow for seamless integration into downtown areas. Additionally, businesses can receive shipments through veins of entry into red zones or during early morning hours when there's no activity. Assuming that we see just 3 cars per minute in a busy downtown area, our plan will save a baseline of 2,000 tons of carbon dioxide emissions per year if implemented in just the 3 areas boxed on the map. We would be reducing pollution in the areas where there are the most people, improving the health of many Bostonians.
Contrary to intuition, closing down streets does not increase congestion. According to academic studies, this is known as the Brace paradox, which states that closing roads speeds up traffic. In New York City, when 14th Street was closed to cars, there was no increase in traffic in adjacent streets. Similar plans have been successful in the Netherlands and Spain. How will we communicate this plan? We envision signage at the outer edge of each zone to inform pedestrians and drivers of the boundary limits. Additionally, physical roadblocks such as trees could be used for more popular streets. Our plan would create more enjoyable space in Boston. Road maintenance fees, currently upwards of $80,000 per mile per year in Massachusetts, would plummet. These funds can instead go towards covered walkways and bicycling and bus infrastructure. More buses would be required for this plan to work, and that's a good thing. Compared to private vehicles, public transit is affordable and energy efficient. This is also the perfect opportunity for the MBTA to modernize its bus fleet with electric buses, which pay for themselves within 1 year. Car ownership is expensive and creates a greater barrier to lower-income households, which are also more likely to be impacted by air pollution. The annual cost of using public transit can be as low as 1/8 the cost of car ownership.
With our proposal, Boston will hit a bullseye in its attempt to go carbon neutral.